When you come into the edTPA Help Desk office, you'll receive two items. One will be a tripod in its own bag. The other will be the video kit, a recording kit, also in its own bag. First up, just looking at the tripod. Standard tripod sitting on a table, this is how tall it would be. If you did want to extend it to put it on the floor, that can also be done. Each leg has two extensions on it. And the top part of the tripod also comes up if you just loosen this part right here and take it up. Everything else is in the bag for you here. We have the iPod to record your video, and all the other wires and accessories that you'll need will be in this bag. So this is everything you'll get. Got your iPod, wireless Bluetooth microphone and receiver set, white USB cord to connect the iPod to your computer and upload the video, a clip to put on top of the tripod that will hold the iPod in place, and also some audio cables that I will show you how to assemble just to use the mic and receiver set. First up, you're going to want to put the clip on top of the tripod so you can hold your iPod in place when you're filming. Pretty easy maneuver here. You just want to pull this out, and then you can stick the clip right on top of the tripod, lock it in, and that's ready to go. Next up, this just acts as a clamp, so you can pull it up, put the iPod right in, and you're actually ready to record with it. You can move the tripod around like so, and the iPod will stay right there for you. Next up was just configuring the Bluetooth microphone and receiver set so that you can use those as well. These are clearly marked on their fronts. One says receiver, one says microphone. All the buttons for the two devices will be on their sides. These devices run on AAA batteries. Something to keep in mind will be that the batteries last about 3 to 4 hours before it's time to change them. So you can pop them in to the bottom here. And as you're filming, keep in mind if you see a red light start to blink on the devices, it's just time to change the batteries. Make sure you do that, otherwise you'll actually lose the sound on your video. So these are ready to go. The one marked receiver is what gets connected to the iPod. That's where you use this black cord. And you can just connect it to the iPod audio jack here. I like to wrap the receiver around the tripod just so I know it's not going to get caught on anything. And that's ready to go. Before you get shooting, the big thing you want to keep in mind is that these are Bluetooth devices. Basically just means they only communicate with one another. So before you do record, you want to turn them on and sync them so that you know they're communicating. All the buttons again are on the side. You want to flip both to the on position. The lights will blink because they're looking for each other. And when the lights go solid, that means the devices are communicating and you're ready to record. So the receiver just stays hooked up to the iPod. The teacher wears the microphone on his or her lapel or collar, like so. And you want to be sure that you actually keep the microphone on your collar rather than putting this microphone down on a desktop. The reason is this microphone is just designed to hone in on one sound, your voice in particular, and it's designed to amplify and clarify your voice. The iPod, just like all smartphones these days, has its own built-in microphone that's designed to capture just more of the room noise and more noise from your students. The combination of the two should get you the sound that you want for your edTPA video. If you are concerned about picking up a certain student's question or honing in on a focal student's dialogue, we recommend moving a little closer to the student while wearing this mic. You can also position the iPod a little closer to that focal student or a focal group if you'd like. So, the last step in the procedure before you get filming is just to note a few things about the iPod itself. Again, like smartphones these days, the iPod has 2 cameras in it. So when you get into it here, kind of hard to see, you've got your camera. First, you just want to make sure to switch the camera to record rather than photo. And then when you do get into this mode, the thing to note is, again, like your smartphone, the iPod has 2 cameras in it. It has this back-facing one as well as a front-facing one that I'll show you in a moment. To keep in mind is that the back-facing camera shoots in high definition, which just means it's taking up a lot of data, or it's using rather a lot of data as it shoots, and that fills up the memory on the iPod in about 50 minutes, 50. After that time, you'd need to use the white USB cord to upload the video to a computer and then erase it from the iPod to free up space again. So the thing that we recommend and that a lot of edTPA students have done just to maximize their time while using the device is to use the front-facing camera. So switch it around so you can see yourself in it. This camera doesn't shoot in high definition. It still provides great quality for your edTPA video. However, you will get an hour and a half's worth of recording time before you have to worry about the video filling up the iPod's memory and then uploading it again. So again, back-facing camera will get you about 50 minutes of recording time. Front-facing will get you about an hour and a half. And that's the general setup for using the kit. We'll take you through some steps to upload your videos, trim them, and compress them in future videos.